to Around the Clock's Ashland Marathon Coverage Day.
Where it all began.
Hello and welcome to Around the Clock. I'm your host, Yolanda Greaves. We have a very special marathon show today. And to help me with that very special show, I have a very special guest host. This is Rob Silver. Rob, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to add a new sport to the WACA resume, and it's going to be a great day.
Well, we're looking forward to having you and sharing your insight on sports and from a different perspective. We will also be sharing some footage from Makita Keegan up at the start line and Todd Carter and Barbara Chisholm down at the finish line. And we may even have some other treats as we go through this show today.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hopefully I can put the umbrella away for the rest of the broadcast.
That'd be great. Stay with us.
So you just got your numbers. How does that feel after like this months of training and everything?
That it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely real. I'm getting excited.
It's gonna be good.
Running Boston today.
Well, I've been running for about 3 years now, and once I started getting into running, this was the talk of Austin, Texas, where I live. And so the more I heard about it in the running groups, I got more curious about what Boston was all about. Because again, I was learning about running just a few years back. And,
so what prompted you to get into running?
I did a Brain Power 5K in Austin for my wife's friend who had lost a battle with cancer. And just doing the 5K, just seeing people run and kind of got me inspired to just start running. I was very out of shape. I had a really long, tough job, and I just felt like I needed to get some fitness back in my life.
My name is Amy Vennard, and I'm from Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
My goodness, well, this is a little bit of a switch from Florida up here.
I left 84 degrees, sunshiny, beautiful weather. But we've certainly had our share of interesting season, change of weather this past few months. But definitely not expecting this when I got here.
Indeed, well, welcome to Boston. So is this your first Boston Marathon?
This is my first Boston Marathon.
So what prompted you to run today?
I mean, this is a pinnacle event, so I'm just, being able to qualify was an extreme surprise to me, and just super excited and happy to be here.
My goodness, so you qualified. Is this your first marathon or your first Boston?
This is my first Boston. It is my fourth marathon overall, and I had a qualifying time of 3:41. I'm a 46-year-old female, so I was extremely excited and just proud of myself to be able to get to this event and put in all the hard work and training along the way. I'm just happy to be here. I would have run in sleet, snow, hail, 100-degree weather. I don't care.
Fantastic. So we're here in Hopkinton. So what are you going to be helping out with today?
So a lot of us, I'm doing donated clothing. So what it is, before they leave, they're donating their clothing for a Big Brother, Big Sister in the local area.
Okay, so for folks who aren't familiar, it's kind of cold at the beginning of the race, and then as people run, what happens to the clothes?
So generally, everyone who has a lot of their clothing on right now, they can't wear it the whole race. So what they do is they pretty much toss it off, like here, in between towards the race start and pretty much near the start. So I've done the start in the town and I've done it here. And I kind of like the village because you have the energy. They're nervous, it's before the race, and they're excited. And but it's like, I think one person joked last year, probably it's not often someone comes and strips in front of you, right? So that was a good joke, but it's kind of true. You don't even know them and like start taking off their clothes because you have a bag to take their donations, yeah.
So that's fantastic, and it's a very important work. It goes to a good cause. So fantastic. So be safe and have fun out there today.
Yeah, thank you, and you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
How's it going? My name is Iman Smith, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn, New York. All
Yes.
right. Well, why are you running Boston today?
So, I'm running Boston today. It's my first Boston Marathon. I'm a marathon coach, and I love the marathon. This is like the biggest one. So, thank God I qualified, got in by 3 seconds. So today we're here to do the business. It's good.
My goodness, impressive. So you're a marathon coach. You've brought other people to victory. What's your secret to your victory today?
I've been a little hurt, so today's goal is really just stay focused on listening to my body, making sure I'm not paying attention to the pain, but paying attention to the parts of the body that don't hurt, and just really focus on getting through the run and enjoying it. I mean, I think a lot of times as runners, we focus a lot on our time and the goal, but we tend to forget the fact that we're here, and it's grateful to be here because there's someone watching that wish they could be doing it. So I'm just going to take that with me today and just be grateful that I can actually run and physically finish and be strong at the end. So today is just finish strong. No time goal, just enjoy it and finish strong.
What a wonderfully balanced and centered way to approach the marathon. So any advice for anyone who's thinking about maybe conquering their first marathon?
I would say don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the distance, and trust yourself and believe in yourself too. I feel like the marathon is our life. We all live different lives, all come from different places. We all have trials and tribulations. We all address them differently, but that's the marathon. We all gonna address it today differently, but we all gonna make it through. So when we do that, when we work this thing together, it's energy, it's people, it's a vibe. And when you feel that, it pushes you through. So I feel like for your first marathon, find one that, my first one was small. I always say do something small so you don't feel overwhelmed by 30,000 people. And go out and enjoy it. Don't care about the time. 4 hours, 3 hours. No. Go. Enjoy it, finish it, and get the medal. And then think about the time the next go round.
What an incredibly positive way to look at not just marathoning, but life itself. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name is Thomas. I'm from Germany.
Whereabouts in Germany are you from?
Düsseldorf, west part of Germany.
Why are you running Boston today?
Because one of the major six is the last one we have to run.
My goodness, so you've run all major six?
Yeah, 5 of them. This is the last one.
Last one?
Yeah, this is the last of the major six and my last at all.
Congratulations on running all of those marathons. And what are you hoping? Do you have a time that you're hoping to finish today?
No, not really, because this will be the last one in my life and we just like to enjoy.
What an honor to be able to interview you in your last marathon ever.
I'm Fred Henninger. I'm from New Jersey.
Juan Aguilar from Vista, California.
Well, welcome to Boston, gentlemen. What made you decide to run Boston today?
Well, the majors. We're trying to do all 6 of them.
So what are the 6 majors?
They are
New York, Tokyo, Chicago, Berlin, London, and Boston.
Yes.
My goodness, that's a lot of running.
That's a lot of running, a lot of training, and a lot of miles flying to these places.
What did you do to train for the race? Are you a marathon runner? Is this your first marathon?
First, and just long ones on the weekends, short ones on the weekdays, and just consistent and perseverance.
Well, congratulations for running on for your charity today. What are your personal goals for today? What do you want to accomplish for today's race?
I want to finish within 6 hours. That's my personal goal.
Fantastic. I'm sure you will. We are here with Allison and Michelle Rose. They are running for Massachusetts Eye and Ear, Team Eye and Ear, but they are also Team WACA. First off, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So why are you running the marathon today?
It's just always been on our bucket list to do. Goal. Yeah.
Now, have either one of you ran a marathon before, or is this your first marathon ever?
It's our first marathon. First marathon, yep.
And Boston, too. That's pretty ambitious. I like that. So what? So why are you running for Team Eye and Ear today?
So I have an autoimmune disease in my eye. I was diagnosed 5 years ago, and earlier last year when we were looking for potential teams to run with, we saw that Mass Eye and Ear had a team, and that the money we raised could go to my doctor to help fund research that she's doing with this autoimmune disease. So we are running to raise money for research.
Yeah, pretty much. I also have a number through the town of Ashland, so I'm running to raise money for the town of Ashland and also to raise money for Mass Ioneer.
Here he comes. First wheelchairs coming through Ashland. Woo!
Downhill, they're flying.
So we are standing here just after Murphy's Tasty Treat here in Ashland, just past the 3-mile marker. We have a couple of wheelchairs coming by. They are going to go down this hill. They're staying tight on the curb. They then go through the lights at Summer Street, past the Rite Aid and the CVS, and they get some real speed before they have a little bit of a hill as they head back up and continue through Ashland and on the rest of their 26 miles into Boston. 90, and I've been at almost every marathon since we've is that this is the start of the elite women coming through. It's about 24 women are in that elite pack. 8 of them are American, 7 from Ethiopia, a couple from Kenya, and a couple of other countries. It'll be interesting to see who is taking the lead. Of course, we're all cheering for the women, Des Linden, who won last year, the American. Let's see if she can do a repeat. It's certainly a warmer day for her today.
Definitely a lot of anticipation when you see those flashing lights and
the bicycles, the cars, the police cars, yeah.
And as once the shot pans down that way, you'll see the streets are
starting
just
to fill up.
Really
Crowds are starting to come out.
The weather did cooperate for us for the most part so far.
I'm always amazed at the number of vehicles, the number of people in those vehicles.
And again, the number of volunteers overall.
The number of volunteers.
When I pulled up 7:30 in the driving rain, thunder and lightning, there's people outside the medical tent all in their rain gear already.
Yep, the people setting up the water stations, because just around the corner from us is the first water station for the marathon.
Just about the 18-minute mark as the lead vehicle for the elite women approaches.
Women's lead at 18 at Marathon Delhi. Ooh. We have the flyover.
We have the flyover.
Wow.
There's about 20 women runners in that lead pack, 20 to 25 runners right there.
Linden was in the pack. She wasn't leading it, though. She's taking her time.
And something, I'm not a runner, but when you're at that level, there's so much strategy, especially when you run it, this particular marathon. Having won it last year, she knows it's not who's leading now or even at the 20-mile mark.
And we're actually seeing more than just the top 24 that we have names for. This is another group of elite women that are running by as well. You can tell they're working together at the start. We had a duo push wheelchair in that mix as well. So this is our first mobility impaired runner that is coming past us here in Ashland. It's got to be, even if they're in good shape as athletes, the having to change and find out how to run and use these new legs to get themselves through this course. It's always an inspiration to see this and to cheer them on. And of course the volunteers and guides who work with these runners to keep them safe and who are willing to take the time to run the 26.2 with them and get them through this great challenge. Okay, so again, more mobility impaired. These are two gentlemen, I don't know their story. One is an amputee, one is one arm, and they are carrying their flag with pride.
Looks like they must be veterans of some
probably.
sort. And carrying
are you guys
the American
veterans? Thank you for your service and good luck. To see that. Again, they love the support. They love to interact and keep going.
Yeah.
What a nice thing.
And the carrying of the flag is not the easiest thing either for 26
miles. No, with the
miles.
wind and the weight, but they're taking their time and they're going through, and again, just hearing the support of the crowds as they run by hopefully lifts them up and keeps them running. This car's coming and it's about that time. We're expecting the lead men, the elite men. We're gonna see if the winner from last year, Yuki Kawuchi, is gonna be in that lead pack. Always interesting to see the strategy and find out who's ahead. Again, we first have a truck of a whole bunch of people, security, and then a few more vehicles. We have been seeing the helicopters on and off for a while, waiting for the actual runners.
Yeah, they'll be coming momentarily. There's the truck with the clock. 3 vehicles. I don't hear the helicopters yet.
No, I heard them before, and now I don't see them or hear them.
So 15 minutes, so they're running about a 5-minute mile?
They're about 2 minutes ahead of what the women were when they came through. Hey, Rick. And here they come.
And it's just so quick. You
They
can't
are
even
so quick.
catch.
It's hard
You
to
can't
read
even
all
catch
the
a bib
names
number.
and-
About 25, 30 runners in
Yeah,
that lead
that
pack.
was quite a pack. They
And then
seem
they
to be
start-
quite spread out. I'm surprised. I mean, there's that lead pack, but
I'm not sure how many in the elite, but they do start
there's
wave 1
there's
right
24.
after.
Yeah, so the elite men go, and within about 5 minutes, the first wave comes through. So I would expect that we'll see those first wave of runners coming through fairly shortly. Get to start.
All right. Yeah, welcome back. We're in the middle of the wave 1 runners, and as you can see, there is just an incredible amount of people just swarming by.
We are seeing numbers, about 6,000, 7,000. Wave 1 with their red bibs hit about 9,000 or 10,000. Then there'll be a slight pause before we see Wave 2. We are right here in the middle. We have the volunteers that are splitting the runners side to side so that they don't hit the islands that we are in, running through here on Route 135 as they go past Marathon Deli, down the hill, and into the first water stations that are just a little further down the road. Oh, it looks like there's, well, I was going to say there's a slight break, but I don't think so. They're still coming. They're
I know, you
coming
have
strong.
people that are
Yeah.
lagging, you have people that are fast in the other group, and there's just no break.
They just keep coming.
And they're
Making their way.
estimating 1 million spectators for this year's marathon.
Woo!
Like we were saying, there's 30,000 runners, and probably everyone has their own unique story.
We're here on the island in the middle of Wave 2. We're seeing numbers between about 8,000 and they'll probably get to about 16,000. And we want to share with you some of the information about some of the Ashland runners. So Ashland being the second community in the marathon, we get numbers from the Boston Athletic Association that we can then use to raise funds for our community. They are monitored and managed through the Board of Selectmen with Susan Roby, who's in our office. So Rob, tell us a little bit about some of the runners that are running for Ashland.
Well, here's a couple names. We have Vikash Ahuja. He's a resident. He's been here about 12 years. He's completed 2 half marathons. This will be his first full marathon. Sanjiva Alati is running her 5th marathon. Meredith Connery, she's an Ashland resident with 3 children in the elementary school system. She's running.
This is her first marathon. It was great talking to her at our volunteer breakfast that we have for the runners who run to support Ashland.
And we have Molly Cox, James Kaufman, Sridhar Kulkarni, been living here in Ashland for the last 15 years. And another 15-year resident, Danielle Morgan.
Yep.
She's been here 15 years with her husband and 8-year-old son. This is her first marathon. She's an employee over at Focus on Fitness.
Yeah, apparently she's a spin instructor, and she is going to take her spin class through what it was like to run the marathon after the marathon is over. So people get a feel for what she went through as she ran the marathon to raise funds for Ashland.
And a big shout out to Robert Nutting, Ashland resident since it says here the 60s,
yeah,
so
long
over
time.
50 years. He's running in his 30th marathon today.
That's amazing.
Huge
and
shout out there.
Of course, all to help raise funds, and they're running for a good cause for Ashland.
And we have a couple brothers. We have Spencer Rabideau and Kevin Rabideau running. Kevin is, hopefully will graduate this year. I know he will. Ashland class of 2019, plays a lot of sports, cross country, and he's on the track team and a basketball captain, and he's running with his brother Spencer. And he's running in memory of his friend Brendan Petrie and another friend, Chris Beaton.
One of our teachers who just recently passed away. Yeah, it's amazing when people find they want to run to help to raise money, but also they then dedicate their run to people that they've lost, which is always an important thing.
Yeah, and there's over 36 charities, and they expect to raise over $36 million in charity money. But Spencer Rabideau, class of 2016, his older brother, also is a 3-sport athlete, but he's running in memory of PJ
Farrier, yeah. So PJ Farrier is also someone we recently lost with his fight with cancer. It's always hard when we lose those young ones, and Rob's choking up because we've had the opportunity to share Jake Silver's story, and this is Jake's dad. And thanks for being here and helping us and keeping all those memories alive.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. We have David Williams and another charity that's close to me, Cops for Kids with Cancer. And we have Frank Mazziello, who's one of Ashland's finest on the police department. He's running in the marathon for multiple times. I don't know how many times he's done it, but I wish him really good luck. And I know he's been training hard, getting up at 4 in the morning. And
wow.
sub-freezing weather before work, and
Yep.
so a
And
huge
then-
shout out to him,
And
and
the
then
last
our
one
own.
is Michelle Rose, also an Ashland resident, who's running. She and her sister Allison. Allison works here with WACA-TV. Allison's actually running for Mass Eye and Ear. She's supporting them, and Michelle is running with one of the Ashland numbers. So a huge shout out and thank you and congratulations to all those runners and to all these runners that are going past us. It's always amazing just to see this sea of people as they go by, and they're, they got about 23 miles to go, and they are still, some of them are still smiling, some of them are looking a little cold, but they will fight till the end, and that's what this marathon is about.
So we're back. We're in the middle of wave 3, and they're going right to wave 4. We're not even going to have a break.
There's no pause between these two. With the weather, they figured let them just all run and just let them keep going. So we are waiting for Allison and Michelle Rose to stop by, hopefully, at least for a quick wave, as they run by as part of their first Boston marathons. We're expecting them in wave 4, so we're in the blue tags right now, and those will be white ones. And there's a white one here coming by, but I think that's a previous wave.
Right. Very subtle, but they did red, white, and blue.
No, good catch. Good catch.
Was I?
Yeah.
I'm the only one that caught that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue. So we're into the 20,000 with the blue group.
And there are 29,000, not quite 30,000 runners today.
A couple hundred, 200-300 under that. Stands out. Nice.
There they are.
Wow.
Woo! Yay!
Yes. How you feeling?
Good.
How you feeling?
Good.
So, how was the start?
So much fun. We went out a little too fast. We're trying to catch up.
Okay.
Or slow down.
a little bit.
Yeah, I think our
Pace
first
yourself.
first mile was a 10-minute mile. We want to be about 13, 12 and a half, 13. So slowing down.
Okay.
Well, very excited for you. We're all cheering for you.
Yeah,
Any
thank you.
words?
No, I don't know. I just,
Go find us
Go
at the finish line.
Yeah.
Do your best. Have fun. Frank Mazziello, policeman here, cops for kids with cancer. And how many years have you been doing this, Frank?
This would be my 9th running the Boston Marathon.
And how much money do you think you've raised over the 9 years for this great charity?
About $36,000.
It's unbelievable. Well, we wish you the best today, and thanks for everything you've done and all you do for all of us.
Thank you, sir. And
So-
you're in my thoughts as I go.
Appreciate
You and
it.
Jake, every step of the way.
Thanks, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes, our Grand Marshal for the 2019 Boston Marathon, 2014 winner, Ben Kowalski. Wearing that Patriots jersey, very appropriate for the day. In the United States, your men's Boston Marathon wheelchair winner. So graceful in her finish. She won this event in 2017 as well. Running a terrific race from start to finish. Here she comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Women's Boston Marathon Champion, worth it.
Finisher, Jordan Hesse.
Let's bring her home. Here she comes, your third place finisher from the United States of America. Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer.
And that's pretty much a wrap. We're about to see the last heat go out for the 2019 Boston Marathon. Always an honor and a privilege to cover it for community media, WACA. We saw so many incredible people and heard so many incredible stories this morning. Folks running for charity, some folks running just to get their personal best. Some folks running their 6th or 7th marathon, some more, actually. But as we sign off for as we sign off here from WACA, thanks again for watching.
Keep going. Well, Rob, this wraps up another marathon show and marathon coverage. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks. Yeah, this is my first one, and it was a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll be back next year for it.
We always try to do things a little bit differently, so maybe we will, and but hopefully you'll be around doing some other sports shows for WACA-TV.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun being part of the Ashland community, the athletes, the people, just everything about it's a lot of fun, and this is just another notch on the belt. Here we are in front of the Marathon Deli.
Yeah, big thanks to...
On Marathon Day.
Yes, and a big thanks to Marathon Deli for hosting us and allowing us to stay a little bit dry and warm today.
Very gracious.
And so thank you to Makita, who was at the start line for us, and Todd and Barbara, who got some footage at the end for us. And Rob, thanks for being with me today.
And Paul
behind our camera, as well as some great shots from Miles and everyone else who helped. So thanks for watching this special episode of Around the Clock.